Welcome to Casense.
Every single day, roughly 30,000 new products hit the market. Most of them are gone within a year. In fact, research suggests that about 90% of these launches end in failure. Many of these companies follow a standard playbook. They look at what's already working and try to build a version that's a little faster or a little cheaper. But when everyone is fighting for the same customers using the same language, the products become interchangeable. In that crowded noise, slightly better is usually invisible. There is a different way to think about growth. It is a strategy called category design. Instead of trying to squeeze into a space that already exists, category design is about identifying a new problem, giving it a name, and building a brand new market to solve it. By walking away from the traditional competition and designing your own playing field, you give your company a chance to stand out. It's a path to survival that relies on being different rather than trying to win a race to the bottom. The ultimate goal here is to become the category king, the one company that defines and dominates this new space. The financial reward for this is massive. This chart shows how market value is usually distributed. The company that defines the category typically captures 76% of the total value. Every other competitor is left to fight over the scraps that remain. Reaching that position follows a specific 5-step framework, beginning with the search for a specific type of problem. Step 1 is to spot a new, expensive problem that the current market is ignoring. If you can't point to a painful problem that doesn't have a name yet, you don't have a category. To see if the opportunity is worth the effort, you use this formula. You multiply the number of people who have this problem by what they'd be willing to pay to fix it. This gives you a clear estimate of how big the prize really is. Step 2 is designing the solution. This means looking at the problem from start to finish and assembling every component needed to solve it completely. You then map this out in a blueprint. This schematic sets the rules for how the category works. By defining what a total solution looks like, you make it very difficult for rivals with partial or half-baked ideas to compete. When you combine a measurable problem with a complete solution, you move beyond just making a product. You begin to architect an entire business ecosystem that you control. In step 3, you give the category a name. It's vital to unify everything you do under one single label. If you try to sell a long list of features, you'll lose the audience's attention. Think of your different features as individual building blocks. Without a category name, they're just a messy pile of parts. The name is what snaps those pieces together into one instantly understandable solution. Once you have a name, you move to step 4, framing your point of view. This narrative is the most important deliverable in the entire process. A strong point of view explains the current state of the world, identifies the villain or the cause of the problem, shows the high cost of doing nothing, and then offers a clear vision for the future. Finally, step 5 is claiming and mobilizing the category. This is where you evangelize your point of view to get your own team and eventually the whole market to rally behind your vision. Naming a problem and telling a provocative story is a fundamental way of doing business. It changes how you build your product, how you talk to customers, and how you lead your industry. We can see this framework in action with Cloudflare. They had many powerful features, like security and developer tools, but they lacked a single story that helped customers see how it all fit together. Cloudflare identified a specific villain, the IT crisis of control. They argued that between remote work and constant cyber attacks, IT leaders were losing the ability to manage their own networks. They quantified the cost of this crisis by pointing to the massive damage caused by security breaches and system outages, problems that many had assumed were simply unavoidable. To solve this, they named a new category, the connectivity cloud. As this diagram shows, this is a layer that sits above an organization's entire IT setup, intercepting security threats before they can cause damage. This story changed how the market saw Cloudflare. They were no longer seen as one vendor among many in a crowded security market. Because they defined the category, the perceived value of their work increased, leading to larger contracts and a stronger position in the market. Before you start, check this list. Category design is for those launching genuine innovations or making long-term bets. If you are building an incremental product or focusing only on short-term goals, this framework isn't the right fit. Ultimately, category design allows you to stop fighting for space in someone else's market and instead rule the one you built. It's proof that in business, being different is the most powerful way to win.